All right, mobile studios for Big Nate Streaming Circus, full in effect. Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Yay. Today is the 14th, a Sunday. The second Sunday of September. I can't believe that September is going by so quickly. I mean, we're just flying by. It's like summer ended and all of a sudden it just, it's like it wants to get to the holiday, like as soon as possible. So I'm out working today on Football Sunday, which is my church day. Those of you know me or don't know me, I'm not a church-going type of person. So I commune by watching football and praying to God a lot that lots of things happen in my fantasy league the right way. I know that sounds a little bit bad, but God understands. I'm so bad. My dad would be like, Nathan, you can't be talking like that. Jesus loves you. You know that. I was like, Dad, I know. And I don't know why I gave my dad a Southern accent, because he was not Southern. Even though I live in Florida now, I guess I'm channeling the spirits of Florida past. It was like, well, if my dad was down here in Florida, this is what he'd sound like. Just little Southern, not too Southern, but just enough. Because, you know, we got to hold the Constitution down here. Because everybody likes their guns, everybody likes Jesus. I mean, you talk about the Bible Belt, and you look like somewhere in the Midwest, you know, in that section of America. But you got to remember, it starts down here in Florida, goes all the way up through like Alabama, parts of Georgia. I mean, it's a swath of religious propriety. I mean, everybody loves Jesus, which is fine. I have no problem with Jesus. He's a good guy. I mean, he said he died for your sins. That's great. If you want him to die for you, I don't want anybody to die for me or had died for me. I really didn't want that to happen in history, but it did, and there's nothing I can do to change that. What I can do is make sure that nobody else dies for anybody else for no reason. War. There's really no need for war. We can talk things out. We can come to an amicable discussion on things. But now they're throwing around civil war, political war, war. What's it good for? Absolutely nothing. Say it again. I mean, come on, people. Look, I am as just dismayed and distraught at the fact that somebody lost their life because somebody decided that's what they had to do. What drove him to do that is because everybody around him that he looks at, hears about, sees on social media, listens to on the news, you are all to blame. President, blame. Congress, Senate, all these freaking people. Charlie Kirk is, in some regard, is to blame for himself. Ultimately, now you say I'm victim blaming, fine. I'm going to victim blame the shit out of this. Had he not chose the path to isolate, ridicule, and demean somebody else for no other reason than his personal beliefs, that should never happen. I am not going to say that I believe in somebody or what they believe in, but then I'm also not going to sit there and point a finger in their face and saying, you're going to burn in hell because of what you're doing. I would never do that. I'm not that type of person to tell somebody they shouldn't do something. Case in point, my son wants to take his guns because it's his legal right to be able to travel with his weapons to wherever he's going in the United States, and he knows all the rules and he obeys all the rules, and that's fine. He is a card-carrying weapon. I mean, he carries his gun everywhere. And his logic is that I'd rather have it on me than not have it and need it. I wish I had an America where he wouldn't need that. He wouldn't feel the urgency to protect himself to the ultimate degree because he doesn't trust other people enough. That's not on me. I gave him the opportunity to look at something another way. I told him, look, I guess he went to some function and one of the persons there had an objection of him taking his guns. I said, well, you have the ability here to be the bigger man, not take your gun and make them feel more safe, but at the expense of your own beliefs. He didn't want to do that. He doesn't feel he has to do that. And he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to do that at all. The fact of the matter is that I'm proud of him for wanting to step up for himself and stick up for his constitutional right, which he fought for in the military because he was in the Air Force. I was in the military too. I was in the Marine Corps. And I don't have a problem with people doing it the right way like my son is. And I'm glad that he's sticking up for his beliefs. But I'm still my father's son, and I was taught never to put my beliefs above anybody else's. My dad also gave me this bit of knowledge, is that fear no one, but respect all. Now, you can have an opportunity to educate somebody, and my son has an opportunity to educate people on the proper way of being able to live in America and open carry or conceal carry a weapon on your person. Now, he has a lot more motivation about this. It's good that he's getting this practice because he wants to be a police officer. He wants to have that demeanor to where he's not just whipping out a gun and sticking it in your face because he lost his cool. He's done a lot of introspection here of his life. And my son is loyal to a T. And I've seen him grow and develop, and I'm very proud of him. I may not agree with every decision he makes, but as a father, and I've told him this several times, if you give me the opportunity, I can give you another perspective on something that you may want to think about. And you may change or may educate you on the way people perceive, okay? Because perception's 9/10 of the law. If somebody feels threatened because of actions that you're portraying, they're pretty much in the right under the eyes of the law. Now, case in point with Charlie Kirk, and I hate talking about this, but it has to be said, is that his actions ultimately put him in harm's way. Shouldn't be that way, but it did. So because he believed so strongly and his convictions were so set, and the way that he was deliberating his thoughts to people, somebody that didn't want to take that same time that he did to deliberate and talk and figure out if there was a ground that they could come together on. See, that's a lot of thing that a lot of people don't understand, is that you can be friends with somebody and not have the same beliefs as them, but still be friends. I have lots of friends that go to church. I don't go to church. I have lots of friends that are staunch Republicans, but I still consider them a brother of mine. You know, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I'm kind of right down the middle. I feel that America should be more middle-based than extreme-based. Left, right, I'm in the middle. Okay? I'm Malcolm in the freaking middle. Good show. I just want people to understand one thing and one thing only, is that people are going to look at things and they're going to judge things and they're going to come up with their own belief based on the information that's provided. Now, if you're giving false information or you're speculating on facts that you do not have, Stop. Shut the fuck up. All right? Unless you know for a fact that between you and God, this is the absolute truth, then you have no business commenting on it. Charlie Kirk, I may not have agreed with everything you said, but I'm sorry that you're gone. Because I did pay attention to what you were saying. I did listen to what you had to say. And I applaud you for it. And I'm sorry that your wife lost her husband. And I'm sorry that your children lost their father. Nobody should have to go through that. Not one person should ever take the life of another person. Now, as far as Tyler Robinson, I do not know you, sir. I do not know what drove you to this madness. And I hope that you find some sense of person in what you've done or did not do. And when I say did not do, you did not restrain yourself, potentially, because it's still alleged and you haven't been convicted and you're innocent until proven guilty. But everything's pointing in your direction. Your actions speak louder than the words that you did not say, and speak more prevalent to the acts that you did do. And that's sad that you would put yourself in that situation because you lost control of your faculties. And I'm sorry that you felt it was right to do what you did. But you were wrong. You should not have shot him. You should not have caused pain to so many other people based on your pain. I deal with pain every day, but I accept the pain that I have because I gave myself that pain. That being said, there's a lot of things I think that are going down the pipe here, and I think it's a little distasteful. I don't know why Charlie Kirk's wife, I don't even know her name, but I don't know why she felt compelled to address the nation, basically, from his studios in Arizona. I don't know why she would go through that unless she was talked to just by somebody else that, hey, we need to do this so we can galvanize our political... It seems politically driven to me. If it was my personal life and my husband got shot or my wife got shot, I wouldn't say boo to anybody. I wouldn't give a fuck what anybody thought. I would be dealing with my family's issues, and I would not be parading myself in front of a camera. I'm sorry. I don't agree with what you did. It was too soon. All right? You could have had anybody else do it. You could have had a lawyer do it. You could have had a family member do it. But for you personally to step in front of the camera, all that says to me is that he's gone. There's nothing you can do about it, and I understand that. And you're sad. That's understandable too. But now, because you did that one thing, now you have opened that door for the political bigotry and the political presence of the Republican Party to use you as a scapegoat to push their agenda on the nation at the death of your husband. And who would do such a thing? Stop. Don't worry about the Republican Party. Don't worry about anybody else. Just take care of your kids and you, please. Now, if down the road you want to get politically active, act more active because you feel that that's what Charlie would want you to do and that's what you discussed with your husband before he died, great. But the same week? Come on. Is that how you're grieving? I can't understand it. I don't get it. Please, come back on the air and tell me why. It doesn't make any sense. America, please, can we just pump the brakes and stop? I don't want anything bad to happen for at least a week. Can everybody just do that for me? Just love people. Help people. Go out in your community, like the governor from Utah said. Stop. Just put the phones down. Don't even look at this. Don't even respond to this if this is the case. I mean, I would rather... I'm just getting stuff off of my chest because I feel so passionate about wanting things to be better for America, because I love America so much. I love my family. I love my people. I love my... we just need to come together. We, the people. Not they, the people. Not those, the people. Not the right people. Not the left people. People are people. So why should it be that you and I should get along so awkwardly? We the people. For the people. By the people. It's simple. It's history. It is what it is. Big Nate, Streaming Circus. Love you guys. See you next time.